Welcome back to No Place to Be. It's the first video of 2024.
Let's go.
The two boys are on it. We're in Matlock. We've got the bikes over here. We're enjoying a coffee.
Cheers, bro.
And we're going to ride back today to go and see some of our family, namely our granddad, who's massively into bikes. He's 83 years old now, and he's got a hip operation in 2 weeks' time. So we're going to go and surprise him on these, well, he loves these two motorbikes, so that's going to add to the
He wishes he could join us on the bikes, but maybe after the hip we'll see if we can get him out.
He does, but yeah, we're going to enjoy this coffee, and then we're going to jump on the bike, have a nice little ride through the peaks. Obviously we've got all the audio recorded through the GoPro now as well, so sit tight, welcome back, channel's back up and running, we're off. Where's off, man?
Mine's a bit muddy, just ignore that. Been out on it last 3 days already, you see, so been to work, been to the gym. She's a bit rusty and a bit muddy.
Right, so I do apologise guys, it seems that I had my mic settings all wrong, and for whatever reason our comms didn't work on the journey to see my granddad, but we had a great ride through the peaks. As you can see, going through Chatsworth here, just saw about 100-200 deer on the left, riding through the grounds of Chatsworth, which was pretty special. Very nice to see. The grounds are always well maintained, and it's a beautiful building if you've not been to see it before. Absolutely recommend that you get over and have a look at it if you're passing through the Peak District. But absolutely amazing to get back on the bike, ripping this thing in sports mode, chasing down my brother. It's just so much fun. You know, you forget just how much you miss riding a bike when it's winter and it's cold outside. Might not feel like the most appetizing thing at the time, but now the weather's back, oh boy, we have got the itch back, and just riding on the bikes. Two beautiful Triumphs. I'm on the Speed Twin here, Matt on the Triumph T120 Black. Absolutely fantastic time, but didn't last too long until the rain came down. So just passing over Ladybow here, and it definitely started to come down quite thick, but riding over the Strines as well, over the tops and into Penistone. So I know a lot of you guys who follow the channel know the area well, so you no doubt recognise this road, and it's a very twisty, windy road that will be quite dangerous, especially when wet. So just taking our time going around here, because a few of these hairpins, they take a bit of practice, and I haven't ridden my bike for probably 4.5 months at this point. So just blasting off cobwebs, learning how to manoeuvre again, building up the confidence, and safe to say I took it out of sports mode at this point and stuck it in road mode. One thing you won't see me do though is use rain mode, because I'm not a pussy. But yeah, here's one particular hairpin. You see the BMW there, it's got insane wheel spin going up the corner, and I've seen quite a few people drop their bikes on YouTube on this particular corner, so got to be pretty careful, but we're up and at it and raring to go, blasting over the tops here towards Penistone, and then on through to Barnsley, where my granddad is based. But like we said, we thought we would surprise him on the Triumphs, and we rocked up, revved the hell out of our engines, and he thought, who the hell is this? Because we didn't tell him we were coming. But let's see what he's got to say inside. Hello, so we made it to our granddad's house in Barnsley. So me and Matt chilling, just had a nice coffee, but here is the man of the moment, Mr. David Street.
Well, he's not the man of the moment. What he is the man who is admiring his grandsons.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Matt and James. And the lovely thing is they've both got wonderful motorbikes and wonderful equipment. And when I think what I had when I first started, I had to get my riding gear from headquarters and general supplies. And I had to send off in the post. And I got a parachute jacket to start with, which was lovely and warm. But I used to get wet through. As soon as it rained, it got soaking wet. I've just been admiring their helmets, because on the helmets they've got microphones and they can talk to one another. At least I had the thing that I could be quiet in my vote. I didn't have my wife having to talk to me all the time.
You're not wrong.
But this is wonderful, because they can talk to one another, and you know, James has got all wherewithal to make this video, which I think is incredible.
No.
So what was your very first motorbike then, Grandad? Just tell the fans. What year was it? Give us an idea.
One of the very first motorbike I had was really an autocycle, and it was a 1939 Dayton. It's an autobike, and I bought it off my mate Ian, who'd moved on to a real motorbike. And so he said, "Oh, you can have that for £7."
Dayton.
And you've had quite a few since then, haven't you?
So maybe we
can
get that up on the screen. Dayton autocycle.
A Dayton autocycle, 1939.
I'll find it. I'll put it.
Pre-war.
I'll put it right here.
To get it going, and it had a direct dynamo on it, so it didn't have any batteries on it. It was all powered by a dynamo.
Right,
so
crazy.
as you started pedalling, you know, the dynamo kicked in, it sent an electric impulse to the spark plug, which then got the engine firing over, and it made a hell of a noise.
Crazy.
Because there was no real silencer on it. The sounds were broken, and I fitted a copper pipe on it. And it made a lovely noise. Everybody in the village knew that Street was coming out of his house with his motorbike.
Hey,
or his
off to see Grandma.
But 98cc, and I used to get £0.50 pocket money. That's 12.5 pence. And with that £0.50, I could run about all week with that thing.
That's
Then
phenomenal.
I developed, because then I went pea picking, and I went pulling potatoes and turnip chopping and all these things that you do. And with the money I got, I spent £42,
Ooh, upgrade.
10 bob
On your first real bike.
for the first real bike, which was a BSA Bantam.
Yes.
Nice.
It was
Good
a
old
123 or 125 or 123cc, and that was an absolutely wonderful thing because it had a
I'll put a
pillion seat on the
picture there.
back. It had a pillion seat on the back.
Hey.
So my girlfriend, who eventually became my lovely wife,
Now, grandma.
Grandma.
Beautiful grandma.
she could sit on the back. And of course, her
Upgrades.
mother said to her, "Don't you go on the back of that motorbike with David Street. You know, you might have an accident." And then Thelma said, "But mother, you went to the back of my dad's bike, and nobody stopped you."
It's the cycle of life.
She said, "Okay, but you'll be very careful." So then I moved up the range, and I went up to onto things like Triumph Tiger Cubs, which were, that was a good bike, because moving from a BSA Bantam, which was a two-stroke, good things are two-strokes.
Yeah.
Quite fast. But then I moved up to this four-stroke, and the Bantam Major was one I'd had as well. That was a 50cc, 150cc, and you could get a 175cc one of that version as well. But then I moved on to the Triumph Tiger Cub. My goodness, that would do 75 miles an hour.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable speed. Absolutely. 75 miles an hour. And when I think the last bike I had was the big Triumph Euro,
A Honda Pan-European, wasn't it?
Pan-European,
Yes.
which was absolutely wonderful. And I did, with Thelma on the back of that, I did 126 miles an hour on a new motorway that was built in Spain. And
Phenomenal.
I think about 75 miles an hour was a miraculous ride.
Exactly.
But I've had lots of motorbikes. I've had other Triumphs, and I've ridden loads and loads of bikes. Some of the nicest bikes I've ridden over at Peltha have been Vincent Black Shadow.
Yeah.
That was a 1000cc, and my mate had got that. I had a Vincent Comet, which were a 500cc. Now that were a good bike.
Good.
But the 1000cc could really move fast.
It could.
No,
And we're going to pan over to a picture we've got of us as kids with said Pan-European and my dad. So that's my granddad on the right, me next to him, and then my dad and Matt on the left. So that must have been over 15 years ago. Pan-European and XJR 1300 Yamaha on that one. So goes back full heritage. But it's lovely to have a granddad so enthused about motorbikes.
But it's lovely to have two grandsons to carry on.
Right guys, you join us back from the Aldi car park. I believe we have fixed the comms issues, but I do hope you enjoyed the voiceover and the scenic ride up and a little chat with our granddad. So we're on our way back now through the peaks. Hopefully the voice and comm systems work. We'll have a nice chat riding through the peaks, won't we, Matt?
Yeah, the weather has turned now. It's a lot nicer, a lot sunnier. My legs dried out. Did get quite wet on the way up. On the way back down, we're just going to soak up the sun, make the most of it. So
Exactly. So as I was saying, my comms weren't working. We rode through the NC500 during Storm Alex and conquered Applecross. So a bit of scattered showers through the peaks ain't nothing.
nah.
Right, we'll catch you on the road very shortly. Right guys, welcome to the Strines. We're just riding back now, just gone through Penistone. Taking it nice and steady around these fucking sheer drop hairpins before you crash into a wall and die. But that's the risk you take coming down here.
What's that, James? Crash into a wall and die? Okay.
Challenge
accepted.
Yeah, got a bit of a crosswind coming through, but much nicer conditions for this ride on the way back, must be said. You know, I'm never a fan of riding downhill. I always feel like my ability to turn and control the bike's a lot harder.
Well, just go steady because this is the world's most dangerous hairpin bend.
Most dangerous hairpin. Although we have done apple cross, but I would say this is up there, you know.
It is a bit steep.
It is a bit steep, but it's been dealt with. Got some more backpackers, and there's the waterfall that we saw earlier.
And you got to blast it up this hill.
Oh.
Just cars in.
Yeah. The fourth gear on this bike is by far the best gear. I say it every time, but you go from, like, you go from 30 to like 80, 90 mile an hour in one gear. It's just unreal. Just sounds so good. Acceleration.
Nothing like it.
Yeah, acceleration curve in fourth, nuts. It's going right here, Matt.
Yeah, it's just stay on the same road.
Yeah, that's got rid of a few of them.
Yeah, I've said it before, I'll say it again, second gear got to be for me.
Second.
Yeah, second. The one that I seem to rev the most, like, you're always getting away from junctions. First gear, like, you kind of, I come out of it fast, first gear.
Yeah.
And then straight to second, it just has more, like, I don't know, more grunt. Proper American Harley boy.
Yeah, how do you manage to get around the York corners?
Scraping pegs.
Whoa, I'd probably jump that.
Get your bum off your seat.
Honestly, yeah.
Get your tyres off the ground.
So funny. We're just about to ride past Lady Bar.
Famous Dam Busters Reservoir
Oh,
in the heart of the Peak District National Park. Spot for hikers and bikers alike. Okay, so we're now going through Bamford. Bamford Edge is the cliffs just above. There's a lovely walk.
that's it.
Bamford, you got the Derwent Reservoir.
The Derwent pub there.
In a little while ahead there's going to be a couple more villages that I'll point out to you in a little minute. The George Hotel on the left. James knows about this place. Under refurbishment because it was flooded. See the sandbags?
Mm.
In there a few years ago. Probably had the best pizza outside of Italy I've ever had.
Bear that in mind.
Yeah, it's a lovely little spot. And
The fish shop on the left is where I had a sausage bacon sandwich. Was it Coleman's Deli? That's what. Quite nice in there.
nice. Off to go there to make that a feature of the channel soon.
Coffee review.
Coming up on the right hand side is a beautiful stately home called the Maynard.
Ooh,
And that,
why is that of relevance, Matt?
why is that special, James? That's special because for me and my fiance will be getting married there in September of this year.
Whoa.
That is coming up on the right very soon.
Very soon. So, what was not just on the right, but probably more like 5 miles and a few detours, we're closing in on the Maynard, supposedly. Yeah, you stay there, mate.
It's yeah, it's literally just on the left now.
On the left now. Right, okay, so it's this stony building there.
Here she is, look.
So, Bannum, if you're watching, this is where you're going to come and watch Matt get married to Darcy. And I'd love to see you there. There we go, that's it then. The Maynard. The next big thing. So any viewers who are watching, come along on the
Okay, well, I wasn't going to say the exact day, James, so please edit that out.
Okay. Right then guys, so Matt has gone his own way back towards Chesterfield and I'm going back through the peaks down towards Burton in Staffordshire. So just heading through Bakewell at the moment. Very nice little town indeed. Lots of lovely stony buildings. Rutland Arms Hotel there. But I've had a really good day out with Matt. I must say, missed being on the bike, missed throwing my leg over. Forgot how much of a beautiful machine this is and just how much fun you have on two wheels compared to being in the car. It's not been the best day in terms of weather, but for us it's the first proper ride of the season. From here we can only expect to see more sunshine, so expect to see us on the channel out and about much more than what we have been. We appreciate any new subscribers over the period where we haven't been making much content in the winter. You are all much appreciated, and I think we've just gone over the 2,000 mark, so if we can crank it out up to over 3,000 this season, that would be great, or even higher. So just going to keep on riding through the peaks. If I see some good scenery, I'll crank on the GoPro, but if not, consider this as me closing out the video. Thank you ever so much for watching it, and stay tuned for more content with all three of the boys, that's me, Matt and Alex, very soon. Peace out!